And how about this? Renegades are going to gamble full stack over to B immediately. TSM is going to be mostly stacked at the high ground. Flashpoint will allow them to try to come down, but Berghy finds first blood, retro a second, and Renegades will have an opportunity to get this spike down early at B.
Yeah, slightly late to the party here for TSM.
Spike planted.
3 members surviving. Hazed, by the way, starting out on the Viper. Hazed has had a lot of nice things to say about Viper in the past in terms of the usability of that character. However, this doesn't look like the round that TSM will be able to get too much done in this toxic screen for the retake, but 1 HP on drone is not a good sign.
Subroza, Hazed, trying to do things from different sides. And as Hazed was trying to deal with the sentry turret, he will be taken down. This is a really good fault line, though, and that'll lead to drone for 1 and a second. 2v2, time becoming a problem. Subroza needs to make his play, but as he does, CP2 will find the kill. And a single point of health for drone will likely not lead to much, and Berghy will find the kill as he falls down to the low ground. Renegades with a kills to have the potential of a blade storm might not be needed here, but will Hazed be caught off? And yeah, okay, he's gonna read the information, back up, snake bite, and poison cloud will be put down. Retro's gonna go right through this though, and he's already on site. If he can find one, it would be incredible for the effort. He's trying to spam for the second, but at least he's able to stay alive. Hazed not gonna expect the second challenger to be coming around the back from the spike site, and Renegades, I don't know if they just caught TSM off guard with the weapons they were able to buy into this round or what, but they again cleanly take the B site.
Well, it definitely caught TSM off guard in terms of the members of where they're holding in terms of anchoring here. For TSM, it was just Hazed over towards B. Tried to hold that one solo, but retro and Winsum beat the timing. Still 2 plays alive for TSM. The retake is looking very unlikely, despite Wardell getting 1 kill onto retro. 4 is still alive. Showstopper is also available should things get hairy, but Winsum will find the trigger. Onto Wardell.
More of the map on these post-plant setups is encouraging if you're looking for at least some sort of a bounce back here as far as Renegades cleaning things up. TSM now will be at a bit of a troubling spot economically, but they will have the ability to go straight over towards a blade storm. Retro's going to be able to push forward. Cutler trying to hold on, and Drone actually is able to find first blood. Now Cutler from the side. He'll take down the showstopper. Nothing there for Winsum. Beautiful hold so far for TSM, and Wardell will find the 3rd kill with the blade storm up close and personal.
TSM look like they're pretty comfortable this round now. And every single round that we've seen so far seems to go fairly one-sided in some cases, where one team will get a large number of kills and the other team just feel the hurt. And there's Berghy and CP2 once more, that the ones that are alive. Another 2v4 situation. Showstopper being shut down is so huge. You also notice, by the way, Renegades, after showing a lot of B aggression, this is their first proper A hit. You also didn't see that, by the way, for TSM. Subroza went over towards B. There's something, they had a double anchor over there. Wardell started dropping off of A after seeing no early aggression. Yeah. Renegades maybe just waited a few seconds longer. Wardell would have started making his way over towards B. They would have a better chance going on towards A, and Renegades might still want to go for this one.
You got to remember that we've seen this play from not just Renegades, but other teams in the past when they got the showstopper. They'll double blast pack up to the high ground instead of trying to go through A ramp. That's the second time that we've seen that in the last 2 days, and it has not come through.
From the shadows over towards A as well. Don't know if that's going to be committed. Certainly yes, and drone catches Berghy. So that's your opening kill that you need if you're TSM currently. Both lockdowns, as we say, expended. That's just a 1-for-1 trade on the ultimates. No winners or losers in that exchange. TSM, however, lost a lot of the utility coming through from Hazed. So I believe both snake bites are gone, and Wardell finally gets a customer but goes down. Okay, CP2 through the wall.
Not often you see that interaction go the way of the player who's battle up against Wardell. But now Renegades with 20 seconds. They only have 1 member to deal with. It's just Drone. From the shadows, it's going to be plays. This is Subroza going to commit to this A long, but Drone can't even find a single kill. And now on the backside, Winsum reads Subroza beautifully. Renegades, how have you pulled this back at the last second? It's a 2v4. You still have a showstopper. You still have the ability for a Rolling Thunder if you need it. But as Hazed starts to make his way in with his Toxic Wall, he's going to try to take over the top side of A. And Cutler really can't do anything until space is cleared for him to move on to the site itself.
And TSM are in a real bind right now, in a real pickle. Do they save here? Do they go for something? There's also an operator on the floor.
Respectively for their defense and for Renegades on their attack. The good news here for Renegades is not only have you pretty much passed that part, but you're at a position now where you have to deal with TSM and maybe even stretch this lead a little bit further. Opening trade will come through as Renegades quickly make their way onto the A site, and TSM will be forced to consider how do you retake with no ultimates.
And straight away, they've locked Wardell out as well. Flash is coming on in full execute. Multiple smokes being placed. And a lot of control being given over towards screens. Look how many Renegades players are there. Off-site as well. Look at CP2, Rolling Thunder at the ready, just in case things get out of hand. TSM need to use a lot of util to get in. They might have one flash available via Subroza. Holding it out now. That paranoia has to do work.
This is taking a long time to come through, and Retro will find two. Not going to get the third, but it's a 2v2. You still have the Rolling Thunder at Berghy, who's playing from onside the site. It's going to get timing onto one. You don't even need it, but they're still going to use it just to secure round number 8. It's just Wardell left with the operator. Can't lock down where CP kills, but they realize that that is not a safe play anymore. Berghy will throw a counter paranoia out as we still have this battle going on over towards B main garage, but looks like both players will back away, and Wardell up top has to respond to 2, and he does. Beautiful pickups for Wardell. That's weapons on the ground. And now Renegades, what do you do in a 3v5 situation with 60 seconds to play?
I think this is the first time we're seeing so far in this half where the team that actually has the guns are kind of losing, and maybe a successful force buy / half buy from TSM. As the gun upgrades will be there. You see Hazed going over there to pick something up. Wardell will have a rifle now as well. Drone gets a kill onto Randy, and this is falling apart. Renegades had full equipment walking into this one. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place. You feel like maybe Cutler knows something's up. He certainly does. Drone's here as well. The flash comes through, and the cleanup will follow. One alive now. Retro versus 5. I don't know if Retro's going to get anything done. Might want to go for a cheeky plan or something just to secure a little bit more extra money, but his life will be forfeit.
Spike does go down successfully. Retro, this would be probably one of the more incredible 1v5s we've ever seen, and he will only take down 1. And so it won't be flawless for TSM, but they're going to be able to upgrade every single weapon to an AR, which is incredible for them to try to bring this half back and make it at least salvageable. You're going to want to try to get this up to 4 if possible. You
have to do that. It's TSM after all, but even versus slightly Pokemon, Renegades had been dropped in ecos. Here comes Hazed versus quite a few. Subroza down. And there it is. Just as TSM start to get on the board, they drop 2 members.
And there was just no utility there. I mean, maybe a couple of things were thrown out and you didn't really get a full look at how that battle started, but I didn't see a paranoia come out, didn't see a dark cover come out, didn't see a snake fight come through. Winsum is just going to absolutely punish Cutler, and he'll find the 4th onto Wardell, who...
They kind of fall over for number 12, so the opportunity to get 4 and 8 slips by them.
How about this opening play? And this is just good scouting. Hazed loves to lurk over towards A by themselves, and Renegades, I think, just took notes away from the first time they played. Now over towards A. Heaven, Randy for 2. Berghy gonna try to get a double of his own, and a quick, flawless take. You're gonna have to win some trades, and Subroza is gonna be freed up by a flashpoint. Counter flash comes through, but Subroza will take care of the second, and Wardell will find Berghy topside B tower. TSM looking flawless thus far.
Yeah, they'll be able to go where they want now. They shouldn't even really lose any members. I mean, they might just lose a member to something like a randyysavage sheriff shot, but at this point in time, they've secured all the opening picks they needed. They've dismantled any sort of hold over towards mid. The last couple of players alive for Renegades, just trying to look for some positioning. Retro looking the wrong way down the stairs, and now it's Randy by himself. He will be able to receive a few more plays. Can he land the shot? So the answer is no.
Subroza's back over towards vents. There's good action here, at least in the next couple of seconds. Wardell will be flashed out. Cloudburst will keep him alive. Tailwind tried to come away from the paint shells, and he's able to avoid most of the damage. One more Cloudburst down, but he's not going to be able to survive through the boom bot, so Winsum for the first blood. Randyysavage is second. You just got to hope that Subroza can find something, but he's got to go now.
He also triggered the alarm bot, by the way, so they know he's definitely there. Drone will get a kill as well, and Randyysavage shuts Subroza down. Retro onto Drone. A couple of kills do come through, but it's not enough. Renegades secured 12, and that was a full retake as well, Shift, because, I mean, Renegades had 3
rounds. You want to make sure that there's some sort of an exit, and then on the backside, it frees up space for Cutler to stay alive over towards A main, because Renegades have to clear off their defensive spawn. This time, though, it's going to be, again, TSM aggressive, off the rip, trying to make their way over to B, and the trades will favor them. 2 for 1 it goes. And with that, Subroza will also clear up CP2. We've got a 4v2, and TSM, again, will get the spike down quick.
Well, here we go. That's the kind of round that we need from TSM, because Renegades are finally low on members. Again, I don't think the team that's been on the 2 side of the 2v4 has actually won yet. A lot of ultimates in play as well for TSM, and things get really bad. The Viper's Pit lockdown are there. Plenty of members off site. Plenty of members still holding site. Hazed, though, could be first point of contact here. Doesn't realize there's one player over towards Heaven. Here we go. Swings on him. Winsum starts to whittle down the numbers of TSM for the possible retake.
That's a great paint shells. Drone's gonna fall, and he gets a second. No, No way! Now onto the site. It's just down to Subroza for a 1v2. All he has is the shot is cover charges, and Winsum is gonna stick for the defuse. Forget everything you knew. Renegades take map 1 versus TSM. Can Wardell, when he gets an operator in his hand, which you expect him to have, can he start to get some participation going? Because you have to do better than 0 total kills like you had from Split.
Well, here we go. I mean, Renegades just walking straight down mid. Speaking of Berghy, by the way, I'm sure we'll see him a little bit later on, but he's been playing like a bit of a thug versus TSM in this series. A nice 1-0 start in terms of the kills. Do want to talk about the compositions a little bit here as well. Obviously not going to be seeing Killjoy on Haven. Most teams don't play it here. Winsum going over towards the Reyna. Drone over towards the Phoenix as well. And the typical Jet still coming on through. Drone straight over towards A. Let's see if we can get some damage done.
There's a lot of potential for Renegades to have this retake quickly. You've got the Reyna of Winsum already making their way on. Randy will find one, but Retro does also fall. Big 1v1 here between Drone and Winsum, and now the overheal is in place. Winsum back to 150 HP. Shock Dart gonna tag up Wardell heavily. He's gonna have to back up. And the spike for the moment is just gonna have to be left on the A
30
site.
seconds left.
Half HP for Wardell.
On the flank.
Player
He's
remaining.
gonna try to make his way in. Beautiful read for Renegades. Wardell with the frenzy for a first, but is he really gonna be up for a 1v3 with just 24 health? You really can't think so, and Wardell will back
10
away and
seconds left.
I guess just concede this round with probably not much extra action happening.
No, not really. I mean, there is a bit of a
Round.
straight up aggression coming through for TSM over towards C Long as well. It's a 1-for-1 trade nice and early. Berghy's SMG does secure 1, so as the team that does have rifles coming into this one, TSM don't want to be dropping that gun over. It won't be able to be retrieved unless TSM fall off from C completely and go back towards more of a B or an A. Massive stack coming out through from Renegade. Subroza through the garage will find another, and this is going to be C opened up now. Subroza for 3, and the round is most likely over. Randy on Justice Sheriff is unlikely to hold on.
Just comes down to can he find some exit kills at this point. He might not even get the opportunity for that as he's got Subroza with a hot hand near him. And he will get a read also with that onto Drone, but it will be Subroza for 4. Needs to turn it around. Drone's going to open things up with an Al drone to get over towards A. Hot hands up top just to deny any information or positions over towards Heaven, but he's going to see nothing with that run it back, which is going to be interesting because TSM will have to consider the potential of a flank coming from behind. The spike has not been committed yet. Hazed is going to throw this into a corner, and Renegades who avoided getting information given onto them will have a chance to potentially overwhelm just by hitting from the front.
Well, it's going to have to be the 5-man retake from Renegades there, despite Drone not really getting too much out of the run it back in terms of kills. He's cleared the site, and sometimes that's the most important thing. Speaking of clear, the Empress has gone straight away. Hazed connecting that headshot, and this is going to be a very clean post point from TSM. They'll be able to get all the kills required. Subroza for another 3, and Renegades.
And beyond that, TSM are starting to really run away with their economy at the moment.
Yeah, they got 3 rounds in a row. This should be number 4 in a row as well. Renegades have not had much success on their ecos. I say that, but Retro, the second time in a row, by the way, that Retro just gets to go through Garage, get a free kill, and dash away.
There's a lot of information read as well, as Cutler is going to try to play from on top of the double stack backside site. He also sees the Al drone, but will be shrugged off the angle, able to find one in return. Now the paranoia is going to come through. Shock Dart will be a touch short. And for Renegades, again, you're looking for a long flank play from randyysavage. The Cypher in blue on your minimap trying to work his way around, will not actually go for the full flank. Maybe he's just trying to stop for any post plant setup to be here at C long. And as Randy will get information on Wardell, the second peek will be good. Bladestorm though for Retro. The 3v3. If he can find one more, it'd be incredible. CP2s with the final elimination. Wardell, 2v2 situation. Cloudburst out. Hunter's Fury still is existing. Will allow them to be popped in here, and Cutler will find one kill. Wardell, another triple.
Alive, 5 alive, in fact. And that is going to mean this retake is going to be super hard.
Big stack for TSM in the B window. Double hit coming out of C Garage. Subroza, he's equal to 1, not going to get the second. You also have to keep in mind that you've got the potential to flank from Retro. Wardell with the operator, though, will find another kill. Winsum coming out. He finds a big pick and dismisses away. Long range shots, but can't connect it on the Cutler. TSM.
Into this round, no cheeky flanks coming through from Subroza, although he might be able to get into Garage for free at this rate. Looking for another B play. Randy is going to be home this time around, so criticism has been met, and they have moved Randy off. He does see everybody. He knows the plant's coming, and this is where Renegades have to activate.
If Randy can find one, it would be incredible for Renegades defensively. You've got nothing on the backside playing through. Hazed will find first blood. Randy not able to do the job that we said he needed to. Empress now going to be popped. CP2 with the recon bolt coming through. Now the paranoia as well being sent out, but Subroza finds the next kill. CP2 up top. Nothing for him as Subroza is able to double through. It's going to have to be down to the Empress play of Winsum. He's got to go absolutely ham-bony if he wants to try to find a way to come through, but he can't even find a first kill. A flawless round for TSM. I'm absolutely in agreement that Subroza was the big reason that TSM walk away, because if Subroza doesn't clutch up some of those rounds, there's not the opportunity for TSM to get the operator into Wardell's hands. So definitely opening things up. This time, though, Renegades very aggressive coming out, but Hazed and Drone are able to match this with 2 kills of their own. And how about this? Renegades are not going to fully commit for a plant. They want to try to isolate these 2 members over towards sewers. This is a risky play, but they're able to find at least 1 kill. Are they going to expect the second? They sure will. Good cleanups coming through as Renegades will plant the spike and be in a 3v2 where TSM will have to find a way to retake.
And TSM needed those last 2 plays alive as well. They want to try and pinch this retake now too, coming through from the defender spawn. Subroza, the man of the first half, down nice and early. Cutler on 74 HP, Frenzy in hand, 1v3. I mean, the shock arrows have to really connect for damage. It will miss entirely, and this pistol likely to go the way of Renegades once again.
Cutler will find 1. Opportunity maybe if you could take down the second, but that won't be allowed to happen. So let's put themselves on 6. TSM will likely have to save the round after that, and they could be on 7. And how about this? They're going to gamble stack just an offensive hit towards C long. They'll break through the trap wire. 1 more will be down. Retro will deal with it, but Hazed walks away with 2 through the dark cover. He's got more in front. There's number 3 and 4. The ace right around the corner. Can he secure it? Yes, he can. Hazed for 5 and TSM on 10.
Long, last 30 seconds. Hazed will be up for the first defense.
Oh, and you think that might just be enough? There's the tailwind dash coming through. Hazed finds the first. Subroza a second. There's number 3. Hazed looking to replicate some of his magic. He's got 1 more to deal with, and the right click from Hazed will once again clutch things up for TSM.
Make this 13 to 5. Renegades don't have a lot to work with, and Winsum is down early.
The opening spam from Cutler. This is insult meeting injury. Drone's already pushed through over to A lobby. This should be 100% a read that Renegades are going to be hitting over towards A. The only consideration against that is the fact that Retro mid-map finds a kill towards C garage doors. So TSM will not be feeling as confident as they would like to off of the opening play as they try to stack towards the site. And Berghy's going to stick from the shadows. Subroza is considering that this is the play. Dark cover's going to come through. This 1v1 could determine the round, and Subroza's not going to catch intel.
That timing is perfect. Subroza's assuming someone's around the corner. The 1v1 is up. Both players know about it. And Berghy comes out the victor. 4 HP, an upgrade on towards the rifle as well. And keeping things busy. 1 more still coming through from the smoke. Cutler will clean up Berghy. That's the Thug Waffle taken out now for this map. For TSM, still 3 alive versus 3. Plant comes through for Renegades, and now comes that post-plant. Wardell up first.
And Wardell was not ever really scouted over through sewers, so as Randy falls, you have to clutch with the Hunter's Fury here if you're Renegades. Retro takes care of Wardell. This is a very early Hunter's Fury. Not at all what you wanted if you're CP2. If he could connect for some damage, it would be great, but he's not able to do it. So now Retro, can he find another pick? Shoulders going back and forth, and he catches the head of Cutler. It's down to Drone. 1v1. Retro gonna allow it to be diffused to half. Hot Hands comes through. He's gonna challenge through this. The spam through the box, though, is good enough. 7-8.
Thought that the Hot Hands was gonna be enough, but the spike plant just barely in line for Retro. Next round coming through, though, as we start getting into the action. Wardell's gonna shut down Winsum again, and following that's gonna be CP2.
Man, it's going to be down to Hazed, though, to try to lock things up. This has been a tight 1v1 battle. Hazed will get another triple in this half. And TS away from Renegades. Lear's going to be tossed out very early here as RNG are on their way in, but Subroza is going to find first blood. Combining with that was Hazed, who's playing close by still in that Killjoy. Nice long-range headshot from Subroza, and the numbers are great for TSM as Renegades are forced out.
There's going to be a lurk from Winsum, though, to see if he can find any players creeping up over towards tree. There's still plenty of TSM around currently. It's mid-control that Renegades will be going towards when some tries to turn away from the flash, but it's going to get taken down by Hazed. And now the difficult road ahead. Renegades 2 versus 5. Unlikely to win this pistol now, and that's not going to be the start that Renegades are looking for.
Shot here from Berghy, but can't convert. CP2 mid-map will take 1 out unexpectedly. Opportunity for more double peek coming through for TSM. Another nice headshot for CP2, but no health to really convert on it. So with that, TSM is just trying to make their way over through B main. Winsum holding a Lear. Is this going to be the execute call? As you see the dark cover come through. That's not just over towards the defensive spot, it's also to mid-market. Lear and Paranoia going to be called in, but Hazed stays alive only for a time. He eventually gets spammed out. A little bounce pass off the shot guard actually connects for the majority of Subroza's HP. And as Wardell doesn't feel confident enough to push through this dark cover, that's going to lead to Renegades on the site and with the spike plan early.
Yeah, and they do have a member offside as well. Really important to have a Sova player. CP2 still holding in B main. Subroza might want to clear that one out. Spamming through. He will go for this challenge. Isn't looking the right direction. Just hit 66 HP. CP2 will give it up, but that's fine. Still can use a lot of utility there. Still numbers alive for Renegades, and that's the important thing.
And you either have to commit to try to make this play on the kill over to CP2, or you have to give it up and just full flood over. They're going to be able to do both. Actually, this is incredible right now for TSM as they get spam shots through the walls onto Winsum. Berghy now left alone with Randy. Now it's just Randy. He's able to find the first. The player on the spike going for the spam shots connects for a little bit, but good help coming through as Subroza cleans things up. And
do nothing about it as they go down 0-3. That is not a good start for Renegades at all.
Wardell is going to find first blood and a second. The Cloudburst is going to allow him to stay alive and get away? Oh no, this has been an absolutely atrocious start for Renegades. Granted, again, you're just on pistol upgrades this time through, but the fact that you don't even get a chance at any of those initial fights is not great. You're hoping to punish with maybe a kill or two, or maybe you can steal away a weapon or two, but now it's going to be down to Cutler. He'll find one through the door, drone another, and Renegades, their last hopes will be on Retro, who's going to stick for a spike plant for the money.
Spike planted.
A little while as Wardell will find his third kill.
Ends up being a flawless for TSM here. Renegades will at least have the 1500 extra. Defuse given away for drone to work towards the Rolling Thunder.
The ambitious shock dart will not find much of a connection there, and with that, the doors will be shut on the play through mid, and Wardell proverbially will shut the doors on the play through B main as he gets the operator to speak for first blood.
It's actually a lot more open than maybe TSM give credit for right now. Subroza still has a timing, might want to swing for this one, indeed will. Gets one onto Retro. Other two players have already made it through, and Berghy responds in kind. It's Omen on Omen here. Renegade still 3 alive. This Fury can be used. Hazed once more. Unfortunately, just can't get the trade, but Wardell has turned online. He's backside. Operator shot. Connects for a third. Can he get 4? But just barely misses. Classic isn't going to be able to get a kill. And there it is. Even with Wardell done. Waiting for Winsum. I'm still waiting for the Empress. I'm still waiting to see if Renegades can at least get one more round here.
Shoulder peek coming through. It will bait out a shot from Wardell. He'll cover his retreat backwards, but Renegades are just going to dive right through this. And how about this call off the Hunter's Fury? Cutler's going to find one and a second. He caught more damage on the Retro, who will also fall. What a play call for Cutler just to pull out the Hunter's Fury, reading the push coming through, and all the ultimates that were spent for Renegades will come up completely empty. It's planted. Aldrin will scout things out. Information on the one. That's going to be Retro, who they know for sure is on site. Here comes the hit. The Aldrin that's still up, by the way, is going to get a second read of the site. This is so much intel, and now as you've got Hazed trying to throw some consideration towards spawn, it's going to be Subroza on the pitch to find one, drone another, Paranoia to come through, but we still have a 3v3. Finally, drone will clear the B site, and Cutler will get the spike planted.
It's a bit of a split play coming through from TSM. They're putting aggression over towards the deep finish spawn. They haven't even cleared site yet. I mean, how long does Berghy live on backside there? It stops the plant for so long. I think for TSM, maybe just focus on one area of the map first. They finally do get the plant down. They also have a player advantage now extended by an extra one. It's Randy, the last one in play. 91 HP, no Subroza is around. Would like to get the isolation kill into Subroza to at least make it a 1v2. Can't even do that. Subroza will find that hedge.
It's just so hard-pressed to make this play come through. Berghy from the shadows, just scouting things out, doesn't see anything, so he'll return to his position over towards tree. Aggressive play for Winsum. Fortunately, chooses to go to the dismiss as the nanoswarm may have been the end of him. Paranoia comes through, trying to spam for it. Subroza coming out, will find one. Just pushes himself right in front of the Lear, so that's not a consideration, as the rest of his team has already made it onto A. Plant will come through, probably without any sort of contest. And Subroza on 20 HP once again is playing up close, and the Lear won't get the job done once more. 3 for Subroza. Potential for another ace. CP2 up top, trying to make his way in. Randy will finally put down to Subroza. but you're going to get the Rolling Thunder to come through just to stall the retake, and this 3v2 is going to be hard-pressed considering the Hunter's Fury is still available. CP2 up top, all going to be hit by a fault line. Time is becoming a problem. TSM would be hard-pressed to lose this round, and Drone will clean up the final 2.